Alright, y'all, so recently Lionel has just released their latest catalog, and it is their September 2025 release. Hoping there's gonna be some Polar Express stuff, maybe not, or maybe there could be, so let's go ahead and flip through this. Right, us the bat, so we got the table of contents. And right off the bat, we have the 080 locomotives. While they may not have been as well known as their mainline running siblings, the USRA 808 or 080s was one of the most successful of all Committee's 1918 designs. With more than 1,300 examples working yard all over the United States, many railroads came back for multiple orders for decades to come. Most also continued to serve for many years relatively unaltered, and many would be replaced by only by diesels. The 808 locomotives were a heavy switcher. It found a use in a variety of yards, including hump and heavy freight yards, large industrial settings, and even larger passenger yards. So they were proven to be a reliable design that could dig and move into heavy tonnage, as long as you didn't need to get into it very fast. While these switchers are perennial favorite in our traditional line, fully legacy featured and detailed versions have been much rarer, and the first time this little brood has not only yet become an upgrade with its legacy features, but also equipped with whistle steam and swing and bell. So if you're ready to upgrade your switch and operations, these locomotives offer a lot of in compact mode. So all of these locomotives feature tethered crowbar for or a tethered drawbar for improved electrical pickup, whistle steam, swinging bell, drop plate, control switches under coal load, length of 18 and 1/4 inches, minimum curve of 031. And I thought the swinging bell was supposed to be a vision line thing. But anyway, they have the MKT Legacy, the New York Central, the Republic Steel, Aliquippa and Southern, Rutland, and Southern. Next up, they have the ET44s. Lionel's Area 51 series has become one of the most popular in their ready-to-run lines since the introduction of some scale rolling stock. They've been getting lots of requests for some proper motive power as well, and there's nothing descriptive or secretive about these giant ET44s. Ready to roll out into the incident locations anywhere in North America. Who knows when they might show up on railroads near you. Lionel's models come with great graphics, lots of details and lighting features, and of course some unique sounds. So the features for these diesels are LED truck, walkway, and control stand illumination, red LED DPU lights, schematic pilots, road specific details, and a length of 19.5 inches and a minimum curve of 54. So they have the Area 51, the CN, and I think that's the EJ and E, and the BC Rail, the Canadian National, CN Illinois, CN Wisconsin, and yeah, CN Wisconsin Central. I'm sorry. They also have the National Limited. So the B&O, most like railroads in the 1960s, began cutting costs and simplifying its passenger operations, while many railroads adopted very minimalist paint schemes on their trains. The B&O kept up a good bit of class with the deco scheme and certainly looked different with their class dressed blues and retained splash of modern color and style and prepared well and partner road C&O. But in the trains, like the National Limited, had shrunk to just a 3-car consist, but the least the B&O let it keep some dignity. Thankfully, we can keep all these trains alive and well of our own railroads. If you enjoy the colorful years of the 1960s and 70s, then this version of the B&O is just what you need. With aluminum passenger cars and matched E8s, you can assemble a train that would make any conductor proud. So for the features, they have the standard Legacy features plus both units powered. Legacy and Bluetooth control in both locomotives, fan driven smoke in both locomotives, legacy rail sounds in lead E8, track IR in lead E8, front electric couplers and dummy rear couplers on both locomotives. Crew figures in lead E8, Mars roof and ditch lights were appropriated by road name, and a new optional fixed front pilot, length of 19 inches, and a minimum curve of 054. So they also have the the passenger cars. So all of the cars feature the aluminum body construction, die-cast spring trucks, schematic couplers, opening doors, a flicker-free LED interior lighting, complete interiors with figures, separately applied detailed parts, length of 19 inches each, minimum curve of 54. They also have the diner car, the passenger 2-pack with the Visa Dome car, and the passenger 4-pack. So for the Station Sounds Diner car, it features accessible with Legacy Trainmaster control system. Custom recordings feature multiple characters, allow you to recreate an entire rail journey from departure to your arrival at your final destination. Arrival and departure announcements, dining reservation calls, and more in route dialogue. Clickety-clack sounds in motion. Legacy of length of 19 inches and a minimum curve of 054. They had the Old Dominion, which is actually the name of a college, a university. So following World War II, the RFP got swept up in the streamliner craze along with the rest of the nation's railroads. In addition to helping to haul trains for the seaboard and others, they wanted one of their own. It wasn't until 1947 the AC and F finally caught up to the order and delivered the 5-car lightweight Old Dominion. The streamline consists include 4 coaches and cafe lounge car, finished in a special paint scheme of gray, blue, and gold. The train made a daily round trip between Richmond and Washington, D.C. Despite the fanfare, however, the train lost money from day one and only remained in service for a few short months. Nevertheless, we found the streamliner to pass up. Rewrite a bit of history on your layout and add a matching baggage car and observation to complete the train. It will look great behind the E8s shown here, or behind the recently delivered F-19 Pacific. So, excuse me, sorry about that. So the features, both powers are pretty much that. Anyway, so both units are powered, Legacy and Bluetooth control in both locomotives, fan-driven smoke unit in both locomotives, Legacy rail sounds in the lead E8, a track IR in lead E8, front electric couplers and dummy rear couplers on both locomotives, crew figures in lead E8, a Mars roof and ditch lights were appropriately by road name. New is the operational fixed front pilot, length of 19 inches and a minimum curve of 054. So they have all the passenger cars right here. They have the diner car, the passenger 2-pack, and the passenger 4-pack. All of these cars feature aluminum body construction, die-cast run trucks, schematic couplers, opening doors, flicker-free LED interior lighting, complete interiors with figures, separately applied detailed parts, length of 19 inches and a minimum curve of 54. And for the Station Sounds Diner car, it comes with accessible Legacy Trainmaster control system. Custom recordings feature multiple characters, allow you to recreate an entire rail journey from departure to arrival at your final destination. Arrival departure announcements, dining reservation calls, and more in route dialogue. Clickety-clack sounds in motion, length of 19 inches and a minimum curve of 54. And here is the Here's the Orange Blossom Special. So this is actually popularized in song. The Orange Blossom Special was a seasonal train marketed to lure travelers from the frigid Northeast to sunny Florida. From 1925 to its final run in 1953, it remained a heavyweight consist. The train was repainted, however, to its final years of operation, wearing a coat of red and green that was nearly complete gray. Running over the Pennsylvania and the RF&P north of Richmond, the consist would look just as sharp as behind a pair of RF and PE units or a GG1. Lionel said is also perfect for clearing away any winter blues. The 7-car train is ready to take your plastic Patreons on an overnight trip to Florida's vacational land, where you run it behind it, the matching E8s or other power. This train is sure to have you singing. So like last time, it features both powers to be both units to be powered, The Legacy and Bluetooth control in both locomotives, fan-driven smoke in both locomotives, Legacy rail sounds in lead E8, track IR in lead E8, front electro couplers and dummy rear couplers on both locomotives, crew figures in lead E8, Mars roof and ditch lights were appropriate by road name, new operational fixed front pilot, length of 19 inches and a minimum curve for 054. So they have the passenger cars right here. They have the Station Sounds Diner car, the passenger 2 pack A, passenger pack 2 pack B, and the passenger pack with the observation car. So all of these feature plastic heavyweight cars, die-cast sprung trucks, hidden uncoupling tabs, opening doors, flicker-free LED interior lighting, complete interiors with figures, separately applied detailed parts, length of 19 inches and a minimum curve of 54. So for the additional Station Sounds Diner, it features accessible with Legacy Train Master Control System. Custom recordings featuring multiple characters allow you to recreate an entire rail journey from departure to arrival at your final destination. Arrival, departure announcements, dining reservation calls, and more en route dialogue. Clickety clack sounds in motion and the length of 19 inches for the minimum curve of 54. Oh, this is actually the Seaboard Railroad. I just forgot about that. Anyway. So here is the Louisiana Eagle. The Texas and Pacific found a pair of E units excessive for some of their smaller passenger trains. The road had 4 F7A and 2 F7B units equipped and painted for passenger service. Trains like the Louisiana Eagle often ran with the interesting pairing of an E and F unit combination when not needed in passenger service. Both the A and B units seem to be frequently showed up on freight duty as well. Secondary trains like these are perfect for modeling. When they lack in frame, they make up for in character. And so they present the Louisiana Eagle with the mixed set of E8 and F7A, a super bass F7 or F7B, and 7 18-inch streamlined passenger cars on the beautiful blue and gray of the TNP. So for the features, both units are powered, Legacy and Bluetooth control in both locomotives, fan-driven smoke in both of the locomotives, Legacy rail sounds in E8, track IR in E8, front electric couplers and dummy and the rear couplers in both locomotives, crew figures in E8, Mars roof on ditch lights were appropriately by road name, and the new is the operational fixed front pilot in E8, and the length of 19 inches each, and a minimum curve of 054. They also have the Super Bass, or Super Bass. I think it's Super Bass. Anyway, it features Legacy and Bluetooth control, fan-driven smoke, LED lighting, Super Bass rail sounds, dummy couplers, length of 13 inches, and a minimum curve of 31. They also have the passenger cars right here. They have the diner car, a 2-pack, and a 4-pack. So for the diner car, they have accessible with Legacy Train Master Control System. Custom recordings featuring multiple characters allow you to recreate an entire rail journey from departure to arrival at your final destination. Arrival and departure announcements, dining reservation calls, more in route catalog of dialogue. Click and clack sounds in motion, length of 19 inches and a minimum curve of 54. So for the passenger cars, they have aluminum body construction die-cast strong trucks, chromatic couplers, opening doors, flicker-free LED interior lighting, complete interiors with figures, separately applied detail parts, length of 19 inches and a minimum curve of 54. Next up, they have the executive train. In 1991, Burlington and Northern debuted a pair of extensively rebuilt classic F units for use on its executive trains. BN1 and 2 were joined a few years later by E9, and the passenger car fleet was repainted in the matching dark green and cream colors. It was one of the most attractive executive trains in America, and the paint scheme was even adopted on BN's last big order of the freight locomotives. The SD70 Mac. The colors didn't last too long with the coming of the BNSF merger in 1995. The locomotives have seen all since being donated to the Illinois Railroad Museum, and most of the rolling stock remains part of the BNSF executive fleet. But now you can relive the colorful days of the BN in the 1990s in style as represent, and the locomotives in a 7-car fleet of aluminum business cars. So they have the same things as well. They have both units are powered, legacy and Bluetooth control in both locomotives, fan driven smoke unit in both locomotives, legacy rail sounds in F9, track IR in F9, front electric couplers and dummy rear couplers on both locomotives, crew figures in F9, Mars roof and ditch lights were appropriately by road name, new pilot in F9, length of 34 inches and 17 inches EA, and a memory curve of 36. They also have the Super Bass, which is legacy and Bluetooth control, fan driven smoke, LED lighting, super bass rail sounds, dummy couplers, length of 13 inches each, and a memory curve of 31. They also have the passenger cars. They have the diner car, 2-pack, and a 4-pack. So like the other dining cars, they have accessible with legacy train master control system. Custom recordings feature multiple characters allow you to recreate an entire rail journey from departure to arrival at your final destination. Arrival and departure announcements, diner reservation calls, and more in route dialogue. Click to clack sounds in motion. Length of 19 inches and a minimum curve of 54. Aluminum body Anyway, for the passenger cars, they have aluminum body construction die-cast spring trucks, chromatic couplers, opening doors, flicker-free LED interior lighting, complete interiors with figures, separately applied detail parts, length of 19 inches each, and a minimum curve of 054. Next up, they have the E8 AA locomotives. The last of the great covered wagons, EMDs, E8, and E9 remain the face of passenger railroading from the 1950s to the 1980s and remain symbolic of the streamliner era. And you'll find all new route names and paint schemes in this release covering everything from as delivered Canadian Pacific, Pennsylvania, and RF&P units to simplify but still stylish repaints of the late 1960s, 1970s for the B&O, Seaboard, and Wabash. Each road name includes a road-specific details. Their E8 pairs include 2 power locomotives with full legacy and Bluetooth control, LED lighting, and fan-driven smoke. The lead unit includes legacy rail sounds, and now for the first time, the locomotives feature an optional fixed front pilot. Their E8s have never looked better, so you see your dealer to outfit your passenger operations before these two are just a memory of a golden era of rail travel. So it features both power units, or both units are powered. Anyway, legacy and Bluetooth control in both locomotives, fan-driven smoke in both locomotives, legacy rail sounds in the lead locomotive, track IR in lead locomotive, front electric couplers and dummy rear couplers on both locomotives, crew figures in lead locomotive, Mars roof or ditch lights were appropriate by road name. And the newest optional fixed front pilot, length of 34 and 17 inches each, minimum curve of 36. So for the road names, they got the Pennsylvania Legacy, Wabash Legacy, and the Canadian Pacific Legacy. Now we move on to the SD80 Max. As the horsepower race heated up between EMD and G in the 1990s, the SD80 Max were seen as the transition model, easily overshadowed by the similar looking but more powerful SD90 Max with its promise of an extra 1,000 horses. But Conrail opted for the proven and ready prime mover and ordered the 5,000 horse SD80 Max instead. And the design proved successful enough that Big Blue bought the demonstrators and had plans for a third order before changing to the SD70 and SD70 Max just before the split. Conrail's Big Max were a favorite of crews and fans. They found extensive use on the Boston and Pittsburgh lines in a variety of roles. CSS and Norfolk Southern continued to make good of use of fleet into the 2010s. It seems only fitting to bring back the SD80 Max into the Lionel lineup as well as head into Conrail's 50th anniversary year. These full-length scale locomotives present an imposing appearance but are 036 curve compatible. So all of the diesels have standard legacy features, which include working ditch lights, length of 19.5 inches in the minimum curve for R36. They have the Conrail Legacy, EMD, CXS, and the Norfolk Southern. So they also have the passenger cars right here. With pride in their past and present, many railroads have produced special rolling exhibits to educate the public about the history, economic impact, and public safety. Usually converted from retired passenger equipment, these cars traveled the system for many or special events in towns, and large, small, wide models feature aluminum bodies decorated with the latest UV printing technology to bring these one-of-a-kind cars back to life. They'll look great parked at the station on your layout, moving to the next stop on a freighter passenger train. All of these cars feature aluminum car body, die-cast front trucks, schematic operating couplers, length of 19 inches, and a minimum curve of 054. So they have the Norfolk Southern exhibit car, Norfolk Southern number 24, and the Union Pacific Golden Spike Centennial Expo car. Now, this exhibit car was actually at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum one time for the Rail Fest. And yeah. So here are the scale freights. Keep the auto industry moving with these flat cars loaded with stacks of frames. These flat cars would be a priority load for just-in-time delivery at the assembly plant. Flat cars feature die-cast bodies, real wood decks, and either friction on roll bearing trucks is appropriate by road name. They have the Indian Harbor Belt flat car, the Reading, Union Pacific, and they also have some more flat cars. Sometimes accidents happen, and the safest way to move the damaged car is on another car. Maybe this old reefer is headed to this car shop for repair, or perhaps it's on its way to a museum. Whatever your story, these cars are going to attract lots of attention in any train. Flat cars include die-cast bodies and real wood decks. These reefers can be made operational with the addition of our line scale 50-ton trucks available separately. So all of these anyway, they have the Delaware and Hudson PS4 flat car with woodside reefer load, and the Rio Grande PS4 flat car with the woodside reefer load. All of these flat cars include die-cast frame, die-cast trucks, friction or rolling barrier depending on prototype, operating couplers with hidden tabs, wood decks, separately applied details, length of 14 3/4 inches in a minimum curve for 036. Now we move on to line scale freight. And here are the hopper cars based on the 70-ton car coming out across the United States. These 3-bay hoppers were a workforce for the railroad, whether slightly or more often in unit trains. These were a daily sight from the 1940s through the 1980s. Lionel's cars feature realistic molded detail for added durability and lower cost, making it easy to rebuild the long coal train of your own 7 or with the 7 road numbers available in per scheme. Plastic bodies with added metal weights ensure good tracking even with empty butt loads are also easily with our new one-piece load inserts available separately. So it features plastic body with molded in detail, diecast trucks with operating couplers and hidden tabs, easy conversion to scale couplers with two rail wheels available separately, length of 10 and 3/4 inches each, and a member curve of 031. So they have the Santa Fe, Bessemer, Lake Erie, Central Georgia, Lackawanna, Missouri Pacific, and the Pittsburgh and Lake Erie. So all of these hopper cars are 3-bay, by the way. You see what I did there. Anyway, here's the box cars. Composite construction reefers were frequently given some new sides and wooden sidecars, such as these were common long after steel versions of other types of rolling stock became the standard, with colorful paint schemes representing both the billboard era and transition era cars. These reefers are a welcome addition to your produced blocks. So, features are diecast trucks, operating couplers with hidden tabs, length of 10 inches of 10 and 1/4 inches in a minimum curve of 31. So they have the Doggy Dinner, Dry Ice, Houston and Texas Central, Phoenix Cheese, Pluto Water, and Premier Malt. Yeah, Premier Malt. Anyway, now we move on to the Line Chief 2.0, and off the bat they have the 060Ts. The 060T steam locomotive is a compact tank-style engine known for its 3 driving axles and lack of lidding of train wheels, offering an excitement traction of maneuverability. Designed primarily for shunting and short-haul duties, these locomotives were widely used in industrial settings and rail yards. Their tank configuration, carrying water and fuel on board, made them ideal for tight spaces where turning facilities were limited. So, for the features, the Line Chief Command equipped with operating via Bluetooth using the Universal Remote or CAB3 app, operating via command control using TMCC or Legacy CAB3 app, operating via conventional transformer speed control, rail sounds equipped, steam engine and background sounds, whistle, bell, crew talk, tower comm, dialogue, Lionel voice control, LCD, run your voice locomotive by speaking commands in your phone. Via Line Chief app, fan driven smoke, electric couplers, power from industry motor, diecast boiler and frame, operating headlight, directional backup light, cab figure, and a length of 8.5 inches and a minimum curve of 027. So for the road names, they have the Union Pacific, Canadian National, Southern Pacific, Central Georgia, and the U.S. Navy. They also have some O-scale passenger cars. They have diecast trucks, operating couplers, soft molded diaphragms between cars, zero illumination, length of 13 inches and a minimum curve of 27. So they have the Texas Special Full Dome, the Christmas Full Dome, Wonder, Union Pacific Full Dome, and the Pennsylvania Full Dome. So, here are the Bluetooth speaker cars. Whether you want to listen to music or steam realistic background sounds, these Bluetooth speaker-equipped box cars put you in control of sound ambience. Offer a discrete Lionel Lines road name or music theme graffiti to your deco scheme. Delight onlookers with sounds you choose. Features diecast trucks and operating couplers, track-powered on and off switch, volume control, length of 10.5 inches and a minimum curve of 027. They have the Lionel Lines Bluetooth speaker car and the Bluetooth speaker graffiti car. And there's steam sounds from any Bluetooth-enabled device such as your smartphone, notebox, or tablet or MP3 player. They also have the operating accessories. They have the Cohen Bluetooth Music Store. It connects easily to Fast Track with the plug-and-play expand play. AC and DC compatible stream sounds from any Bluetooth-enabled device such as your smartphone, notebook, tablet, or MP3 player. LED interior lighting and dimensions of 9 1/4 inches and a minimum, times 6 inches and times 6 inches. They also have the small sports collectible store. It's featured plug and play, plug expand play, LED interior illumination, and dimensions of 9 1/4 times 6 inches times 3 1/2 inches. They also have the assorted rolling stock. They have Wings of Angels, Christmas boxcar, and the Boston and Maine 190th anniversary boxcar. So they have features like the printed and assembled in US diecast trucks with operating couplers, opening doors, length of 10.5 inches, and a minimum curve of 0.27. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. I was hoping there would be some Polar Express stuff in here, but I guess not. Hopefully we'll get an American Flyer catalog if Lionel decides to do one. But anyway, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications on for new videos every day. Thank you all again for watching, and I'll see y'all tomorrow for tomorrow's video.